You genuinely think that group of players have faith in the manager, Scott, from what you've seen?
I think they're still with him, Jacko, at the moment. Aye.
Yeah.
I don't see. I don't see. Like, do you see
do.
guys? Do you think guys are throwing the towel in?
Yeah, I do.
Aye.
Yeah, and I think that I think if you look at the squad that has been there over the period, Clement's been in charge, one by one, systematically, all the big voices have been weeded out, and they've all left the club for a variety of different reasons. I think you've now got a captain who doesn't know if he's first choice or third choice right back from game to game, doesn't know if he's wearing the armband. I see signs of that all over the place, fractures all over it. And I totally get that a young boy like Conor Barngan, he's desperate to make an impression and do well. And, nobody could accuse him. And he will be desperate because, he was he was brought in by Clement. Diamonde maybe the same. Raskin has looked very unhappy at periods. He's now looking much more like himself because he's getting a game. But some of the biggest characters and some of the biggest talents have been moved and nudged out of that dressing room. And I know if I was a player and I thought, wait a minute, what's this guy doing? He's just falling out with this one. We've just lost him. We're trying to go out here and win football games. And one by one, our biggest characters and our best players are getting oxtered off the premises. I don't think I'd be happy about that. So, and then I looked, Scott, and I don't know if you were on one of the nights, the Motherwell semi-final, the camera panned to the bench after Tavernier and Dessers had come off. Now, by the way, I don't think they had any right to complain about anything, having get hooked off. But they certainly looked like they were complaining as they were sat together. And then 2 minutes later, Robin Proper didn't get sent on when Balogun pulled up injured. Casanova went on instead, and Robin Proper joins next to Tavernier and Dessers. As again, I will say repeatedly, no way of knowing for sure what these guys were talking about, but I've got a fairly good idea, and they didn't look happy. So I think you've got little splits and chasms all over that. That's what I see, Scott. But prepare to.
I'm not sure. Listen, maybe it is trying to get people at Tavernier out, guys that have been there.
I'm not sure Tavernier's got a big voice. I wonder why that. Maybe that's part of the reason that he stayed. I think John Sterling's got a big voice. You can hardly get a game.
Yeah, but certainly the new breed, as you touched on, your Barons and your Jeffties and your Diamondes.
Yeah, they're desperate to make an impact.
I think these guys are playing for Clement, and that's probably the reason why they're still scraping results.
But these guys are these guys not downgrading the quality that has gone?
Oh, of course they are. But we know that. I mean, that's when you let John Lundstrom and Ryan Jack and Kmart Roof and people like that go out the door and you replace them.
You fall out with Todd Cantwell.
Exactly. So, but Clement said that himself. I mean, he knew there was going to be pain along the way, and this is it. It's just how long he can survive it, or can he survive it to get through the other end or come out the other end. And the defeats to Celtic are an issue because he's still not beat them yet. No, and many times have we spoke about Rangers managers having to get that win against Celtic. We spoke about Gio, who took a couple of downs off Celtic, lost to Ibrox when they were 1-0 up and should have won it. But the key thing for Gio at that time was winning the semi-final of the Scottish Cup in extra time, and that bought him so much time and encouraged so much favour with the supporters. Clement hasn't even had that yet, and as I say, if he loses again in the cup final, which listen, at this moment in time, you need to expect that to happen. Then it's a big problem for them. The pressure just mounts and mounts, and it then goes back to the board. What's their thinking? How strong are they going to be in their backing of this guy? Because they gave him the new deal. They changed the goalposts in the summer. I'm convinced Clement could have gone at that point. He's hinted at that a couple of times now. They've put him in charge of this rebuild, this transition, because they believed he was the guy to get them through it and get out at the other end. It's just how much they're willing to suffer before they get there.
They also put James Bisgrove in charge of the rebuild of the Courtland Road stand. Didn't make it right.
Didn't go too well.